Had a seltzer. Not good. I have more inside. I got 2 for right now. That should be enough. Anyhow, okay, let's see. Okay, first person here is T. Yvette for today. T. Yvette for today. You may reconnect with somebody from the past or run into someone that you haven't seen in a while. You got new beginnings on the horizon. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Life could change for you for the better quickly. Solution to a problem is in front of you. You'll figure it out before the end of the day. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. Not bad. Not a bad day. Be wise, General. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan could make you feel relief. Life comes into balance. The world is at your feet. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Disappointments heal and move into the past. You may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Got money coming in, and you could be planning travel, possibly a road trip. Not bad. Emma in general. Success comes in around work, school, or business. Lay down the law, set boundaries if you feel as if somebody is overstepping. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life begins to move forward. Could be planning travel. Maybe paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Something's going to happen that makes you happy between now and the end of the month, and it may be business related. Feeling a little bit more grounded and stable around finances. Pretty good. Earth Girl General for the weekend. Life comes into balance, and cause for celebration comes in around having choices and options this weekend around social activity. Could be spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, maybe a Taurus. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life moves forward. You may be planning travel. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You have the world at your feet. T-Vet Love. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. But areas of your life that have been slow to move forward should be beginning to move forward now. You've got a couple of people here. A wish comes true. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. You could have an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You may have an Aries. You have long-term commitment around your next relationship. If that's something that you're looking for, exploring your options leads to success. You also could have another air sign around Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life moves forward. Not too bad. Amanda, is NK my boyfriend in the future? I don't see commitment around this situation. Things look out of balance, or like two people that are just not on the same page. I can't say I see communication. I see commitment as of right now. So I would pursue that if that's something that you're interested in, because I don't see them coming to you with an offer. Debbie, love. Leave people, places, and things in the past that no longer serve you, and slow and steady wins the race. But you have the world at your feet, and life is moving forward. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready, but leaving whatever is not working in the past will help your love life move forward quickly, or quicker. You could have a Libra coming in. You may have a Cancer coming in, or a Sagittarius, but new beginnings are on the horizon. Looks like new energy Life is moving forward. If you're looking for a committed relationship and you're not in one right now, you may find yourself in one sometime this summer with new energy that comes in like late spring, early summer. TVAT, what do I need to know about RS, good and bad? This person could be strong, confident, independent, hardworking, successful, well-balanced, passionate, sincere. Could be a little selfish sometimes. May sometimes be a little deceitful, but I mean, who couldn't? They may be a little deceitful at times. That could be a little bit concerning. But for the most part, they seem well-balanced, down-to-earth, smart, intelligent, successful, independent, hardworking, relatively grounded. Pretty good. Brooklyn, will I get the job at Blue Cross after my interview? I'm not super confident you're going to get that job after the interview. You have a job coming in, but I'm not confident it's going to be that one. The heck is this? Fuzz. Fuzz all over everything because that guy over there rips up stuff. He only does it when Avery's home. I'm not confident in that job. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Or I'm not confident that you get it immediately after the interview. Amanda, is NK going to accept my friend request on Facebook? I think so, yeah. AA work for today. Work looks okay, grounded and stable, slow and steady wins the race. You may have good news that comes in. You could have choices and options that come in. Don't be afraid to speak your mind around work. It looks like an average day. Sure, how does T see me? How does T see me? May find you as somebody who is strong and confident, kind-hearted, hardworking, successful, loyal, down-to-earth, and like you have a good personality. Pretty good. Mihak, general for the next 2 weeks. Could be planning travel. You may have money coming in. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success. Negativity moves into the past. The world is at your feet. You have teamwork is favored around work, school, or business, and the hard work you put in pays off. Kriti, encore get these feelings for me. May find you to be a kind, caring person. Somebody who is creative, unique, smart, intelligent, down to earth, a loyal friend. Brooklyn, if I finish 3 paintings this week, will they sell before the end of the month? Before the end of April? No, I don't believe so. Maybe before the end of the summer, but not before the end of April. At least it's not coming up strong enough for me to guarantee the end of April. No, that's too fast. Sarah, A, the Pisces intention for me or us. Doesn't have any intentions. No specific intentions. Just kind of going with the flow of things. Pallavi, love. When it comes to love, you have a committed relationship here. If you're not already with this person, listen to your intuition. Romance heats up. If you're not with anyone, you could have water coming in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or possibly fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past. Life moves forward. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs when it comes to love. And life moves forward like on stable ground. Emily, I'm seeing a doctor in 2 hours. How will it go? Will he say surgery is a must? I don't think he's going to say it's a must. I think he's going to strongly suggest it, though. Overall, I think that the appointment goes well. Katrina, should I help Nathan with a few dollars? I know he's having some issues while locked up. Okay, the cards can't make the decision for you. If you want to help this person, that's like you can do whatever you want. Like, that's a free will thing. But the cards suggest if you're not getting anything out of this situation, and the situation's been stagnant and it's weighing heavy on you, depends why it's weighing heavy on you. If it's weighing heavy on you because you're genuinely concerned that this person's struggling and has no money, then that's one thing. But if the situation is weighing heavy on you because they're like shut down, or they're not communicating from you, or they got other things going on, I wouldn't send them any money. PG for the next 48 hours. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. Could be spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life moves forward. Slow and steady wins the race. Mega love. You've got success and happiness coming in and around love. If you're already with this person, then things look good. If you're not with anyone, you might have a Libra coming in. You could have a Cancer coming in. Life changes for you for the better quickly when you listen to your intuition. Old wounds heal and move into the past. You might even have a Capricorn coming in. Explore your options leads to success. Emily, today and tomorrow with Soha. Things look like a little out of balance, and somebody may be feeling hurt or wounded or neglected. Justice in reverse, the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Things are out of balance or misaligned. Two people that may not be on the same page. Expressing your wants and needs around the situation may be helpful. Things look slow. Like not all that much is happening. Virta. Will I meet boyfriend M and his mother tomorrow? How will it go? I think you will meet tomorrow, and I think it's average. It's okay. It's fine, but nothing out of the ordinary. M&M, love for Taurus. Taurus has got the Empress here, bringing in love and money or more of it, and long-term commitment around a current relationship or next relationship they enter if they're not with anyone. They're slow and steady, wins the race. Nothing is really moving forward fast, but they seem to be content with the way things are. If they're with someone, they're like okay with just kind of going with the flow of things. If they're not with anyone, they have a Scorpio, a Cancer, and a Taurus around. Or an Earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Oh, thank you, Katrina. I love blue too. Ruchi, next in love. New beginnings are on the horizon. If you're not with anyone right now, explore your options. You have a Leo and then another fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries coming in. You also have a Scorpio coming in. You have a wish that comes true around love. New beginnings on the horizon. Don't settle for less than you want or deserve when it comes to love. Life's moving forward. And not bad. Sean, will it take a long time for us to sell and get the money from property in Philly? I'm going to say it's probably going to take about like 3 to 4 months. Sumia, by when will my father's business and finances start running smoothly? There should be an improvement sometime between now and the end of the summer, like between now and the end of September. Things start to function better. And then it may have ups and downs, but things look like they're pretty much like on their way by that point. Bacon, general for today. Anxiety eases and moves into the past and life moves forward. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. You may be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Could be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Shirley, will the car that I'm looking at be a safe car to purchase and drive? I think so. Most likely. Looks pretty good. Amen for the rest of the week with O. Slow and steady wins the race, but communication comes in or picks up, and that may make you happy. Expressing your wants and needs around the situation may be helpful. Things look a little out of balance between the two of you with justice in reverse. The two of you may not be on the same page. Dee Dee, why does Gemini all of a sudden decide to come over and have a vacation here in our hometown? They seem to have time. They were looking for a quick getaway, and it seemed like it was affordable or manageable. Like it just worked out for them. So they decided to make it happen. Lucinda, general for the next 10 days. Life is moving forward towards greener pastures. You may be feeling like areas of your life that have been stuck or stagnant now start to move forward. You're ready for it. The weight of the world slips off your shoulders. New beginnings are on the horizon. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. A wish comes true. Life moves forward towards greener pastures. Hi, Zara. Sukhpreet, Inder will be traveling to PTK tomorrow. Do you see if he will take me along with him? I'm not convinced he plans on taking you with him. If you want to go, you may need to suggest it. Aries sun for the next 24. Aries sun for the next 24. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and although it may be slow and steady wins the race, life is moving forward. Maybe spending time with a Leo, you could have money coming in. If you've recently had an argument or a disagreement with someone, it should resolve itself and move into the past. You may be feeling a little bit more financially secure. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Listen to your intuition. Priyanka, H's feelings towards S. They find this person to be like smart and intelligent, intriguing, genuinely a happy person, somebody with a good personality, somebody who is well balanced, somebody who is fair, easy to get along with, charitable. But they look at this person like they're like they have a lot of respect for this person. May find them to be happy and attractive. Pretty good. Hello, Summer. Could I have a reading around me and Aquarius? Slow and steady wins the race, but communication looks good. Negativity moves into the past and you may be spending time together. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs around the situation. Don't settle for less than you want or need, and slow and steady wins the race. Explore, what kind of personality am I in reality? What's my personality? Am I the same as in childhood? I can't tell you what your personality is. Like, I don't even know how to answer that question. Like, what do you mean? I'm not really sure what you're asking. Vicky, general for tomorrow. Life moves forward towards greener pastures. Slow and steady wins the race. Listen to your intuition. Disappointments heal. You have the world at your feet. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, and your luck may be changing for the better. Lita, never heard back from Kay Taurus after I sent that funny gift, so I guess I'm officially ghosted. It's his birthday today. I don't know if I should bother to text detach, but I'm curious. Okay, this is what I would say, because this is like a new thing. Like, I don't really consider you being ghosted if it's only been a couple of days or even a week. Like, to me, if you haven't heard from somebody in a month, I would say you've been ghosted. I would say here, if you're interested in keeping the connection, I would reach out because it's their birthday. Like, that's like a good excuse. If you hadn't heard from this person for 3 months, I would tell you not to. But if you want to continue with the connection, I think it's a good excuse to reach out. If you don't care about the connection, then I would just let it go. That's really your choice. That's like, it's a free will thing. But like I said, I don't really consider somebody ghosting you if it's only been a couple of days or a week or so. I would say, like, once you get to like a month or 6 weeks, like, that's when I'm like, you're probably not going to hear from them. But the thing with ghosters is that they always come back and then they do it again. So it's really up to you whether or not you think that this is worth it. Susie, general love reading for the rest of the month. Rest of the month looks okay. It's a little slow. Might hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. But other than that, things look slow. Exploring your options leads to success around love, but I don't think it's going to be before the end of April. You've got, you'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from. I think that's really it between now and the end of April. It looks a little slow. Kimon, general. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and a wish comes true. Might have choices and options that come in around social activity that brings you to brings happiness in. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Perseverance is favored around work, school, or business. Negativity moves into the past, and you could be planning travel. New love. How did the two teachers think it went for me today? I think they thought that it went well. 9 of Wands. Like, you've won the battle. Even if you haven't won the war yet, you made it over like the toughest part. Successful. Pretty good. Mary, how will May be for me? How will May be for me? Good. You're feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. A wish comes true. Maybe spending time with the Gemini. You're headed towards the 10 cups being full. You've got success coming in around work, school, or business. New beginnings on the horizon. Take time, if you can, for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Not bad. Fatima, are you actively trying to conceive a child right now? T-Vet, well, RS asked me out on a date. I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yes? Okay, let's see. When will I conceive a child? Maybe sometime between May and June. Payment weekly reading. Luck changes for you for the better quickly when you listen to your intuition. The hard work you put into work, school, or business pays off. You may be feeling happy and content around work, school, or business. Life's moving forward and you're ready for it. Making decisions that push life forward. Lay down the law, set boundaries. If you feel as if someone is overstepping, listen to your intuition and life moves forward. Take time, if you can, for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Well, are the Pisces and I be in a committed relationship soon? I really like him, and he feels the same. He told me last night he's mine. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think that could happen soon. So if you're going to be with this guy, then don't even bother with that Taurus. Leave, you know, like, I wouldn't even entertain that. Fuck his birthday. Too bad. Stupid ass. Tiny Blonde, when will I hear from the Aries next? I'm going to say within the next 7 days. If this is somebody who you speak to frequently, it should be within the week or before the week's end. If this is someone that you haven't spoken to in a while, I would say maybe within the next 2 or 3 weeks. Relatively soon. Mountain, if I decide to do some consulting rather than go full-time right now, would they be up for that? I think they would be, yes. I don't see any harm in bringing it up. Oh, welcome, Tiny Blonde. Welcome, welcome. Dakota General. Disappointments heal and move into the past. If you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and a new journey begins. Maybe spending time with a Leo or Sagittarius. Success is coming in around work, school, or business. Lay down the law, set boundaries. It'll serve you well. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and you may be planning travel. Payment, when to expect hearing back from Kiki HR about the job offer. Could be within the next 2 to 5 days, maybe before the end of this week. Mountain, did you see my statement about the city position is open again? Oh, okay, that's good. That's good news. Titty-Bamba, career general for this week. Will I get another call for an interview? Yes, I think you will. Yeah, I think you will. Most likely. Most likely you will. Feriel, do you have a special question or you just want something general? YP, what's coming for May? What's coming for May? New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success around work, school, or business. Maybe spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Listen to your intuition. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, or anything that may be stuck or stagnant will move into the past. What's unbalanced will disintegrate. A wish comes true in May around finances improving. Emily Shaw, future for Jane and May. You've got communication either coming in or picking up. Listen to your intuition and things can move forward towards greener pastures. Expressing your wants and needs would be helpful. You may be seeing one another soon. Hi, Mel. Explore. I can't answer that question. I don't know what you're asking. I don't know what you mean by what kind of a person am I in reality. I just don't know what you're asking. Me goo for the next 24. Lay down the law, set boundaries, it'll serve you well, and success comes in around work, school, or business. Maybe spending time with a Scorpio. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready, but you might have a new job or business opportunity presenting itself, or a new beginning of some type, even if it's not business related. Could be spending time with a Leo. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and the Empress is bringing in love and money or more of it. Pretty good. Amu, romance and love coming in. You've got new beginnings on the horizon. Walking away from anything that you find to be slow, stagnant, out of balance, disappointing. Any of this nonsense needs to move into the past, and then your life will move forward. If you feel as if you're holding on to something that isn't working, it may be time to cut ties with that. But that's your decision. If you decided to do so, your love life would move forward a little bit quicker. New doors open when old doors close. You have a wish that comes true. Water coming in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. New beginnings on the horizon that could lead to success around love. You might also have fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries coming in. Exploring your options leads to success. Titty Bamba, career in general this week. We'll get, oh, I did that one. Kat, how does Gus feel about me? Been mixed signals. Feels that you're a grounded, stable person, somebody who is kind, caring, sincere, a loyal friend. I think the mixed signals are coming from the two of you are not on the same page. Somebody may be looking for more than the other person is willing to give. Things are a little bit out of balance. He kind of has 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and it's not really stable. That's why you might be picking up that energy. Oh, well, that's good, Titty Bamba. At least you got one that you might have a shot at. That's good. All right, let's see what else happens. Amy for the next 48 for Sunny. This person may be feeling ambitious and they should be able to accomplish whatever they set their mind to. They're listening to their intuition. Their life is moving forward. There's new beginnings on the horizon that lead to success around work, school, or business. Not bad. They're doing well. Tiny Blonde. What's coming towards me in love for the next 2 to 4 weeks? Okay, if you're currently with someone, your relationship should be functioning well. You have balance and a new journey or something out of the blue. Fun and exciting may happen. If you're not with anyone, with the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities around romance that could lead to a long-term commitment. You may have some choices. You have a Gemini here. You have a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Disappointments heal and move into the past. And Empress is bringing in love and money or more of it. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs when it comes to love. Don't settle for less than you want or deserve. Life is moving forward on stable ground. Not bad. Not bad. Susie, how will our work meeting go on Thursday? I hate meetings. I really hate meetings. It goes well. There's growth, change, and transformation that pushes life forward. Making decisions, you're ready for it, leads to cause for celebration. It should go well. I hate meetings, but it'll go well. Izzy, is my relationship with the Virgo going to be okay? It looks like it's a little bit out of balance. Okay. There are issues here. Things look out of balance, and it looks like somebody has either been moody or disappointed or feeling like things are stagnant or things are just not. Two people that aren't on the same page. One person may be putting in a whole lot of effort and the other person isn't matching that energy, and things are out of balance. There is potential for things to improve, but the both of you have to get on the same page. You have to have a discussion about it, and you both have to be working towards the same goal. So yeah, it is possible for things to improve, but it's like you guys are coming to a crossroads where you have to figure it out. And you might need to have a conversation about this if you want to see things change. And then give it some time. If things still are not working, you may come to another crossroads where you have to make a decision as to whether or not you still want to be in this. Shah, what are boyfriend Jay's current feelings and next actions towards me? They seem very quiet. They're showing as the Hermit, which isn't terrible. Hermit, they may be taking time for themselves to try to figure out what it is they want and need, but they look like they're pulling away from this relationship. There may be an argument around the situation. I don't know where you guys are in this relationship, but if you're feeling as if this person is pulling away, you might want to give them a little bit of space because they look a little resistant, like they need time to themselves, or they're feeling a little overwhelmed. I would say you're going to hear from him, but I would give him a little bit of space if you can. Try to focus on something else right now. Oh, why? Did I say that? Did I say the job was going to open? I don't remember. I don't remember. But good. I'm glad if I said that. Magician's heart, love from me and my Libra boyfriend. Things look a little bit rocky. So you have arguments and bickering here. And then the Emperor in reverse could be a problem. In my opinion, it's somebody that may be trying to control or manipulate the situation. Somebody maybe is pulled away from the situation, and somebody may be trying to hold on to something that's not really working. Depends where you guys are in your relationship and what's going on now. I would say express your wants and needs around the situation, but it kind of reads similar to that last person that I read for. If the relationship is not functioning well, having a conversation about it and both getting on the same page and working towards the same goal can be helpful to improve the relationship. But at some point, you may come to to realize, like, if this isn't working, it's just not working. But that's a decision that you have to make. It looks like there's some trouble around this situation, or there's lack of connection, not connecting, or distance. Kanchan saw finance video on YouTube, although quite long. Will this help me in self-learning, or should I rather look for other options? It really depends what your goal is. I don't know what kind of a video this is. If this is something that you're just doing, like, for personal knowledge, it might be enough. You know, if you're just looking for somebody to give you an idea on how to manage your finances, I think that's fine. But if you're looking for education for a career, I think you might need more. It doesn't look like it's that thorough. Macy, general for today. If you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business, and life moves forward towards greener pastures. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Listen to your intuition. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. Pretty good. Maggie, general for tomorrow, Wednesday. Wednesday looks okay. Feeling grounded and stable. It's slow and steady wins the race, but life is pretty balanced. Anxiety heals, and you'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Life's moving forward towards greener pastures. Pretty good. Blue skies. Will my garnishment go through or be canceled? I think it goes through. Brenda for today, general. You have new beginnings on the horizon, maybe thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Listen to your intuition. You might be feeling grounded and stable around, like, work, school, or business. You may get good news around work, school, or business, and your luck changes for the better quickly. Ivo, do you see me hearing positive news regarding a secure way from home job offer by May of 25? Currently focused on family garment store, as I've not heard anything from CBR yet. Wait a minute, so what are you asking? If you're going to find a job where you work from home in May of 2025? That's like a new job where you would be working at home? Will I be getting a job offer in May? I'm not convinced it's going to happen that soon. Maybe sometime between now and the end of July, but I can't say before the end of May. Titty Bamba wants the blue cards. The Empress, Archangel Gabriel, lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. Five of Earth, fear surrounding money, wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. Six of Water, memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. Oh, thank you, Mary. But Mary, he's going to the kennel tonight, and because I'm going to Florida tomorrow. So if you wanted to wait until we got home, you could wait until we get home. I mean, I could also just wait and buy it when I get home. But just so you know, he's going to the kennel tonight. He's sleeping. They always tell me that he's always like a little like upset the first day I drop him off. But then he's fine after that. I mean, he gets a chance to play with friends, and you know, the weather's nice. He'll be outside a lot. But I always feel bad dropping him off. Anyway. Rihanna, Captain RG and me this week. Depends where you guys are in this relationship. Things look slow or like things are at a standstill. But if you're happy and content and things are well functioning, things could be normal. That could be normal. If you're looking for something to change, I don't see much changing this week. Things look a little stagnant. Maybe even a little bit out of balance. Is there anybody here I haven't answered for yet? Simran, general around money and school for the next 7 days. Okay, general for the next week. Lay down the law, set boundaries. It'll serve you well when it comes to like work, school, or business. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Slow and steady wins the race. I don't see money coming in. If you're expecting money and maybe slow to come in, it looks like take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news around work, school, or business. But money, I don't see anything specific coming in around money as of right now. School looks okay. Brooklyn, if I pursue my art career, will I make a living off of it? As of right now, no, I don't see you surviving just off of that. Not as of right now, no. Mystery, general for the rest of this week. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. Lay down the law, set boundaries. It'll serve you well. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Sorry, after 2 months, I heard from Benny the Virgo today. What are his next move towards me? There could be more communication that comes in maybe sometime over the next couple of weeks. It looks a little slow. Death is in reverse. It may be slow, but there should be communication. Oh, you're welcome. Mystery, how will my mom's surgery go next week? It should go well. There's happiness around it. Like there's anxiety, but happiness. I mean, there's always going to be anxiety, but there's happiness around it. Brooklyn, general for May. You're no longer holding yourself back. You may have a new job or business opportunity that presents itself. You may have choices and options around social activity. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Life moves forward. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Pretty good. Mystery. Oh, I lost it. Disappeared. Okay. Bella, dragging on you, I claim. Will I hear anything soon? Yeah, I would say maybe before the end of this week. Could be. Cinnamon, work for me. Have anxiety, wondering how the rest of my day is going to be going. Should go well. Disappointment heals. The world is at your feet. You're going to feel relief. It goes by, it ends, it's over, and then you feel relieved. It should be fine. Okay. Mystery, how my interview go next week? Do you see a job offer? You do have a job offer coming in. If for some reason it's not for this interview, you'll have something that comes in, but this looks like it goes very well. So let's see what happens with it. Explore. Don't know how I can see the reactive behavior trigger because of my wound, but I don't know how I behave in reality. If the way that I'm now is because of my wound, that I don't know how I'm beyond that. I'm still not sure what you're asking. The only thing that I can say is that whatever the wounds are that we had from childhood, we carry them with us until we acknowledge it or we realize it. So how the way that we grow up is normal to us, right? So we don't think there's anything wrong with it. Like we think that we grew up in a well-functioning household. Everybody kind of thinks that until they get old enough to see what was going on. Like to me, these things were just normal. And I didn't really think much about it being wrong or being detrimental to my well-being. My parents, I don't believe, did it on purpose. I just don't believe that they knew any better. So it took me years and years and years to figure out how I got to this place. So you have to kind of like go back into your childhood and think about the things that and how they affected you. Like I can't speak for you, I can only speak for myself, but my brother and I both grew up in the same household, but we developed differently. I think a lot of it had to do with I was there when my brother was born. So I don't think my brother was isolated the way that I was. I don't really remember my parents like playing with me. It's almost like I was there, but more of like I was an object or a thing. Like if I could describe it, like my mother needed to get married. She had to be a bride. She had to have a house. She had to have a car. She had to have a kid, right? But it wasn't really about the kid. I was just like her possession, kind of. But I don't think that she on a conscious level knew that. I just think that that's how it was. Or maybe that's how she grew up. So I think that I grew up feeling like I really didn't deserve anybody's time because I never really got my mother's time. So I think that if I looked at my relationships with my friends and boyfriends and shit growing up, I always settled for a very little bit of whoever it was because I guess that was normal to me. And it took a very long time for me to realize that. It took even longer for me to realize I did it with everyone. Not just, I mean, I knew that I always gave too much in my, my with my boyfriends. But anyway, so those are questions that you have to answer. Tarot can't tell you what needs to be fixed. You've got to figure it out. That's the journey of it. And the tarot cards, it's all about the journey. The Fool is the 0, the first card, and he takes the journey through the deck. That's what it is. And you've got to discover these things on your journey just like he does. It can show you energies and, what's most likely to happen, but you have to figure out where your wounds are and how to fix it. The only things I can tell you is from experience that if you are like pining away over somebody and you can't get over it, that has nothing to do with the other person. It has to do with you. There is nobody in this earth that we can't get over. There's a whole world out there. There's a hot ass on the street corner right over there, the next block over. It's just the way it is. So you have to realize it's not about the other person. It's about what's going on inside you. And it may be like a lot of these, they call them trauma bonds, which sounds so dramatic, but if you're in a situation where somebody is hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold, it's the hot moments that make us feel worthy. So somebody could ignore you for 29 days out of the month, but if they pay attention to you on the 30th day, that makes you feel like you're worthy. And if you're looking for your self-worth through some outside asshole that's not worth the time, which is what we do, it's like, okay, it's like I haven't heard from him in 6 months, but he called today. What does he want? Like now you feel like you're worth something because he called. The issue lies inside you, not him. And why, you have to figure that out. And how you change that is going back and acknowledging all those old wounds. Like, you know what? You should have been playing with me when I was a child. You shouldn't have told me to go down into the basement and play by myself. You shouldn't have sent me outside alone to play by myself. You shouldn't have done that. I don't do that to Avery. My mother used to send me outside all the time, play by myself. But she didn't know any better. First of all, my parents were young when they had me. My mom was 25. I'm like, when I was 25, I don't think I could tie my shoes. No, I could. But you know what I mean? Like, we don't get educated on how to really be parents. And a lot of times I think parents feel like children, oh, well, they're just kids. They don't know. They're not going to remember. They do remember. The subconscious mind remembers everything. So if you were a child that maybe didn't get a lot of attention, or maybe you needed more attention than somebody else did, and you weren't getting what you needed, it's going to develop inside you somewhere that you're not worthy. Or I have to settle for less, or whatever it was. A big thing for me is I was never allowed to sleep in my parents' bed. Why? Why wasn't I allowed? I wasn't allowed. So it's like, it's like from being very young, I was used to being thrown out. I don't even really remember what their bedroom looked like. I do, but it's like I wasn't allowed to sleep in the bed. You have your own bed. You're going to sleep in your own bed. And yeah, my mother was right, but it also maybe made me feel like I was being shunned. I don't know. I don't remember. I remember that. I don't remember how it made me feel, but I can't imagine it made me feel good. Anyway. Dr. Sony, general overall for me. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. The weight of the world slips off your shoulders and life moves forward. The hard work you put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off. Could be spending time with an Aries, maybe spending time with a Pisces. Romance could be heating up. Orange cards. Yeah, you guys remember that when I get to Florida, I don't have the orange cards and I don't have the spirit cards. Maybe I'll order some and send them down there. We'll see. As of right now, I'm only going to have tarot when I'm down there. This one, honesty and communication. You've been given an opportunity to speak your truth. You've reached a point in your journey where you must be honest with yourself and all of those around you. If you're holding anything in or that you feel that you could share in order to feel free, know that your angel guide is encouraging you to act on it now. When you share your feelings and speak your truth, you draw the support and the light of the universe in your heart. If you're in a challenging position or find it difficult communicating with what is in your heart, call on the angels and ask them to support you. They want you to know that when you speak with honesty, you attract experiences that lovingly affect who you really are. And then this one is surrender. You hear him over there snoring? Surrender is a spiritual practice and it's not an easy one, but the angels are working in your favor and their miracles will unfold with ease when you move into a state of trust. So call back your power and stop allowing external forces to divert you from the miracles that you deserve. Take time to realize that in order to be helped, you must surrender your need for control over the situation that is in your mind. Hand over the concerns and the entire situation to the spiritual allies, and when you do so, you will allow angels of light to swoop in and help everything transform. If you find yourself having difficulties letting go of the reins, it's because there's a part of you that is not willing to receive the help or the miracles that you deserve. Hand over all of your concerns to God and let the miracles in. Bella, does my old boss realize that I was the scapegoat? Yeah, pretty much. Mountain, will I end up much happier with as good or better finances if I move to the city? It looks comparable. Yeah, I think that you will be content. Yeah. I know Dylan used to snore like that too, remember? Must be the breed. Oh, his tongue is hanging out. He's out cold. Out cold. Explore. That's good though. Crying gets that shit out. That's good. It's not good to hold it in. I had a friend of mine, and she used to say it all the time. She's like, "You're not going to catch me crying. I will never need tissues unless I have a cold." But she would get so angry, she would like punch things. She wasn't even that big of a person. Like it wasn't like, but she would like, and she's like, I don't know why, but that's just how I am. Like she held everything in. Everything got really hard and forceful. But good, crying lets it out. Kritika, love for the rest of April. Love looks good. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from. Maybe spending time with an Aquarius. If you're currently with someone, current relationship should be functioning well. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, but things look kind of pleasant. Tiny Blonde, I answered 2 donations for you. If you sent any more, I didn't see it. RK, general for the next 5. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon. You got luck changing here for the better quickly. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Life changes for you for the better quickly when you express your wants and needs around both personal and professional relationships. Not bad, not bad. Amber, general for the week. Might hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. A wish comes true. Disappointments heal and move into the past. You're not looking back on the past. Life is moving forward. You got happiness coming in around work, school, or business, and the weight of the world slips off your shoulders. Pretty good. Starfall General for Friday. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Listen to your intuition. And disappointment heals and moves into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Something nice may happen around the home. Moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home, maybe spending time with the Taurus. And negativity is moving into the past. Macy, I answered for you already. I think I did anyway. Anybody remember? I'm pretty sure I did. Oh, you're welcome. Lady Sunshine for tomorrow. Something happens tomorrow that makes you happy. You could have a wish that comes true. A disappointment heals and moves into the past, so does negativity. Maybe spending time with a Scorpio. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Pretty good. Cosmic, why is Keith worse in communication? He has been avoiding me for months. Is he back with his ex? It's so much worse now. I don't know if it makes sense. I know it doesn't make sad, but annoyed. I don't think he's back with his ex. I just think that things are a little bit out of balance, and I think that he still kind of picks up that you're into him, and I think that it's like everything's out of balance. So I think that he kind of feels like you want more from him than he's willing to give. So he's a little bit like kind of like resistant to it. Sammy, General. You've got take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. After the hard work you put into work, school, or business pays off, take time for yourself. Listen to your intuition, maybe spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You could be working on a new creative project or creative hobby, maybe planning travel. Life is moving forward towards greener pastures. Money comes in. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan could make you feel relieved. Isabella, I was at a job interview today. Will they hire me? I think you got a good shot at getting it. If for some reason you don't, you do have a new job opportunity coming in. Is there anyone else here that I haven't answered for? You could do that, explore. Yeah, you could do that. Buying a toy for your inner child, like buying something that you wanted as a kid that you couldn't have for whatever the reason was. That could be helpful. Yep. Yep, because it's like now it's like I'm deserving of this, like whatever it is. Like for me growing up, I didn't really get toys unless it was my birthday or Christmas. Like my mom didn't just buy me toys for no reason. But I know other kids that did. Like I remember, oh, this really pissed me off. What was the name of the doll? I think it was called My Child. Oh, damn, I can't remember, but I really wanted one. I think it was called My Child. And I think that you get like the doll that like looks like your kid, if I'm remembering correctly. And I think it was kind of like a bigger doll. Anyway, whatever it was, I wanted one. And I never got one. And yeah, I get it. You can't always have what you want. But I remember like my friend that lives across the street from me, she was really smart. And she always did really, really well on her report card. And she was younger than me. She was my brother's age. And she did really well on her report card. And she got one because she did well on her report card. And I was so jealous. And I remember like my mother was like, that's your job to do good on your report card. You're not going to get anything for it. I was so pissed. But like this is my memory. I don't know whether or not this is true. From what I remember, I always felt like that family across the street was like struggling more than my family was. I feel like my father did well for himself, and my mother was working. At the time, the mother in that family didn't work, and they had 4 children. And I felt like this comes back to the worth thing. And I know it's not all about money, but I felt like those parents bought that friend of mine like designer clothes. They bought the expensive doll. And in some way, it translated into my head that, like, if they have the money for her, how come you don't have the money for me? And it made me feel like less worthy. Now, that's did my parents do some, were they doing something wrong? I don't know. I mean, it definitely translated to that. Like, I definitely saw that as she's worthy. Her parents think she's worthy. My parents don't think I'm worthy. I definitely saw it like that. Now, my brother, I don't think he gave 2 shits about the doll, the grades, the money, or anything like that. I mean, maybe because he was a boy, I don't think he cared. Now, the 3 of us used to play together all the time, and I don't think that he felt less than her, but like less important, or like I just felt like inferior. Anyway, like once again, feeling like everybody else is smarter than me, everybody else is worthy, everybody, but not me. So going out today and buying whatever that doll is, and like you deserve this, you're worth it. There is something to that. I know it could sound kind of corny, but it's true. It does work like that because the subconscious mind is remembering it, even what we don't remember consciously. Anyhow, strawberry shortcake. That's my favorite. I still have every single one of those dolls. Oh, you want to hear another story? I got childhood trauma. Strawberry shortcake was my favorite. And I remember, I guess like there were some of them that as an adult, when I went back and looked them up, I didn't know about these dolls. I guess I must have grew out of them quickly, and then I lost interest in them. And we had this like crawl space in the downstairs of the house. It was like a crawl space. I don't know. It was kind of creepy down there. But my mom would keep like the Christmas tree and stuff down there. And I put my strawberry shortcake dolls in there, when I wasn't playing with them. I'd outgrown them. But I wanted to keep them, and my mother threw them out. She threw them out. And I was so pissed. But then years later, when eBay became a thing, me and my friend Mark, that I always talk about Mark, we started collecting them on eBay. I didn't have the internet in my house yet, but he did. And I would go over there and we would bid on the dolls. So I wound up getting them all. And that's when I realized, I'm like, oh, I never heard of these. Like, never heard of mint tulip. But I'm like, oh, we got to get every single one. And I did. I got every single one. But I bought them for myself. And I know that's so stupid, right? Like, you would think, like, I don't know how old I was when we were doing this, but I was an adult. I had my own money, which was why I could afford to buy these things. But why was it so important for me to have them? I mean, I still have them. They're in a box over there. And I always tell Avery, I'm like, they're very expensive. You have to be careful with them. There is one that was very expensive. Banana twirl was very expensive. Apparently she was pretty rare. But anyway, there is something to that, to feeding the inner child what it didn't have or it didn't get. Irene, can you tell me what will happen in the next 3 months? You could have good news that comes in around work, school, or business. You may be planning travel. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Slow and steady wins the race. The solution to a problem is in front of you. You'll figure it out before the end of the 3 months. And perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. By Chalet, general for this week. Success comes in around work, school, or business. Slow and steady wins the race, but you should be able to accomplish anything you set your mind to. Maybe spending time with a Sagittarius. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs around both personal and professional relationships, and take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Now, general. I just saw it. General, you may feel relief around like a side business, side project, side hustle, picking up, taking off, or doing better. Like all of a sudden things may start to, and you could have some more money coming in around that. You've got an earth sign around, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, that you could be spending time with. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Making decisions that push life forward. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, or setting money aside for something may make you feel relief, and you could feel like things have changed for the better quickly. Or things will be changing for the better quickly this week. Alrighty, I'm going to wrap it up, and hopefully I'll be able to come back on this afternoon because we have an early flight out tomorrow, and then I'll be on tomorrow, but probably not until tomorrow night. Our flight is in the morning early, and then depending on what we do during the day, I probably won't get on until tomorrow night, but either way, I'll be on at some point. Thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.